Namaste and welcome. It is Rishi here from MeditateWithRishi.com, and today we are answering the very popular question: will meditation solve all my problems? Okay, so let's get into it straight away. The answer to this question is both yes and no. Why? Let's look at why no first of all, okay? So if you're thinking that just by meditating, right? You know, these days with all the information on the internet, there is this misleading information that if you meditate, you can manifest all your desires. You can attract all the money, you can attract a specific partner, you can attract everything that you want just by sitting there and visualizing, and right? So no. If that's what you're thinking, then meditation definitely is not going to solve all your problems. Because problems, we need to understand, are a part of life. We're here on earth to learn from our mistakes, right? Problems are there so that you can learn from your mistakes and grow spiritually. So problems are very much a part of life, okay? Now, so in essence, if that's what you're thinking, that you can just by sitting there manifest anything, just by sitting there and not doing anything, then no, meditation is not going to solve all your problems, okay? Now let's look at why yes, it will actually solve all your problems. So it was Einstein who said that you cannot solve a problem from the same level of consciousness that created it. You cannot solve a problem from the same level of consciousness that created it. What this means in very simple terms, okay? For example, let's say that you have a money problem in your life. Now, when you have a money problem, you are often in a state of fear, okay? So from this state of fear, when you're scared, when you're anxious, it's unlikely you're going to solve your money problem. But if you can raise your state, if you can raise your emotional state to one of peace, to one of joy, to one of clarity and calm, then it's very likely that you will be able to see solutions that you couldn't see before, that you couldn't see from the state of fear. It's very likely that you will be able to come up with ideas, creative ideas to solve that problem that you couldn't before in that state of fear. So do you see that by raising your emotional state, you can actually solve your problems? And meditation is just that. Meditation is the way to raise your emotional state, your consciousness, however you want to phrase it. Okay? So that's how it solves your problems. And actually, what happens is where the real magic is. Okay? When you become a true practitioner, when you continue to practice, the more you practice meditation, the more detached you become. The less desires you have, the more detached you become. And the more detached you become, the less problems you have. Because the very things that appear as problems to somebody else no longer even appear as a problem to you because you're so detached. And that very detachment enables you to deal with that problem in a much easier way. So you can have the same problem as somebody else, but just because you are so detached, it doesn't seem like something big for you. Solving it is just, part of your day. So this is what happens. This is why meditation has got the power to take away your problems, to essentially make your problems no longer appear as problems. And that is a very incredible, amazing state to live from, because you're not living in fear. Whatever happens, you know deep down that no big deal, no big deal. you essentially have this approach of whatever happens, no big deal, I can deal with it. And life is just much calmer from that state, okay? So that is it. I really hope that helps and clarifies the question, will meditation solve all my problems? Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.